Hey, how's it going? I'm Rebecca. Welcome back to my channel, The Lazy Bookworm. This video is going to be all about what I am going to read in August. August is a special month for me because it's actually my birthday. So I'm planning on being quite busy this month, celebrating my birthday and hanging out with friends and family. So I'm thinking I might not read a lot of books this month. That could be wrong. Ask me in a month's time. But right now, sort of going into it, I'm sort of planning on not reading a lot of books. So therefore, my TBR is actually quite short. But the books on it are quite chunky. So yeah, there's 5 books I want to finish this month. So that's like the big sort of goal for this month, really, is to finish those 5 books. And if I get to read any other books, that would be great. And the first one is The Tenant of Wildfall Hall by Anne Bronte. I'm about 20% into it, and the cover should be either here or there, I'm not sure. I'm enjoying it. I feel I can't quite give a sort of verdict on it yet, because as I said, I'm only 20% through. It is very interesting because it's basically about this young man who lives in this town or village, and he, right now, I think it's in 2 parts, but the part I'm in, it's actually told first person through his perspective, and it is about him meeting the new tenant of Wildfall Hall. And it is obvious that this woman is a single woman with her child. I think he's about 6 or 7. Don't quote me on that. And it is obvious that she has somewhat of a mysterious past. And I think the book is about sort of their relationship and how he uncovers her mysterious past. Yeah, I'm liking it so far, but yeah, I really hope to finish it. The second book I hope to finish is George Eliot's Middlemarch. This is the Penguin English Library edition, and as you can see, it is a chunky book. In fact, it's just over 900 pages, so it is very daunting, and I'm about halfway through, and I really like it. I really like it a lot. It's my second Eliot novel, the first being Silas Marner, and I really like this a lot. And I think I just haven't picked it up, because I've got distracted by some other things, reading other books, but also, I think the chunkiness is very intimidating to me, so I'm like, oh, maybe next time, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. But that is my definite aim this month, is to finish that book. I think if I don't read any other book except Middlemarch, I will be happy, because I really, really want to finish it this month. Third book I want to finish is Nikolai Leskov's The Enchanted Wanderer. It's The Enchanted Wanderer. And he is a 19th century Russian author. And basically, I'm about 10% through, and it's basically about this man and sort of his life. He started out as a serf, and it's sort of like him and his stories of his wanderings around Russia, in particular rural Russia. Yeah, I can't really say anything more than that at the moment. The fourth book is The Black Tulip by Alexandre Dumas. I'm about 15-20% through this, but this book is a little different, I think, from Dumas' other works, in that it is set in Holland and not in France. And it is about this it's sort of like a little bit, I think, about two stories about these two brothers that got executed, and it's about one of them's godson, who I think endeavours to grow a black tulip and all the drama that is involved in that, because it is set in, as I said, it's set in Holland and it's set during the 1600s, during that whole tulip mania period. It's my second Dumas novel after The Count of Monte Cristo, and I think it's a little shorter than that. I think it's only about, I think, 300, 400 pages, so it's a little shorter. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, and I hope to finish it this month. And the last book I would like to finish, and I will just put a caveat, I am not sure whether I'm going to finish this book, but I'm hoping to finish it either this month in August or in September, and that is Victor Hugo. I'm not quite sure if you can say it. Victor Hugo's Les Miserables, or as I call it, Les Mis, because I can't speak French. Anyway, and if George Eliot's book was a chunker, this is doorstop territory. I decided to read this after I read The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I read, I think, the first couple of chapters of part one, and right now I'm actually really enjoying it. And finally, two books that I hope to read that I haven't started reading yet, but I hope to read in August. Another chunky book, The Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. I read his first sort of book, The Sketches by Boz, and so this is his first sort of novel. This is like this is about like the members of this sort of club. I think it's called the Pickwick Club. After sort of the head of it, Mr. Pickwick, and I think it's sort of all about their sort of adventures and yeah. Yeah, the little I know about it sounds like it's like a series of stories in many ways, or vignettes rather than one sort of story with an overarching like theme or something like that. But I don't know. So I'm hoping to read this month. And the last one is actually nonfiction, and it is George Saunders. I'm not quite sure because of the glare, if you can see it. George Saunders' Swim in a Pond in the Rain. And the subtitles, in which four Russians give a masterclass on writing, reading, and life. So I'm hoping to read this. I know George Saunders is an actual writer. He's I think it's sure he's a short story writer or a novelist. I'm not sure, but I know he's actually a writer. But this is actually a work of nonfiction. So hopefully I'll read that. So yeah, so that is my TBR. I hope I haven't, seeing these books and all that, especially how chunky they are, I'm a bit worried I may have bitten off a bit more than I can chew. But I think my main goal for August is to actually really try and finish like Middlemarch and maybe The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, and sort of any other books I read additionally to that is just a bonus in my opinion. And so on that note, and my next video next week hopefully will be my July wrap up. I had quite a fulfilling July in terms of reading, so yes, so that will hopefully be my next video next week. So on that note, I will bid you farewell. As always, please like or subscribe, and